He says he's getting some feedback. I can't hear it. Maybe I can a little bit.
Maybe it was because I was just turning it on.
There is a little bit of echo.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and call the meeting to order at 6 o'clock. And can everybody stand for the pledge, please? Thanks. Okay. Next item is the approval of the minutes. Any comments on the minutes?
No comments.
I have none.
Okay.
I make a motion to approve the regular meeting minutes of March 28th, 2023, and the workshop minutes of April 11th, 2023.
I will second.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, next on the agenda is Chief Porter. Yep.
Good evening. I'm proud to introduce the following three newest recruits and full-time officers for their ceremonial swearing. When I call your names, please step up to the front of the dais here. Officer Adam Cruy. Adam started on December 5th, 2022, and is currently assigned to the afternoon shift. Adam comes to Butler Township from Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, where he has worked for the past 7 years as a civilian federal police officer. Prior to that, Adam spent 6 years in the Army. Adam currently lives in the Troy area. He's joined tonight by his wife, Ashley, his father, Steve Curry, retired Troy Police Department, his brother-in-law, Sergeant Corey Rissmiller, Tip City Police Department, and other family and friends. Officer Marissa Stump. Marissa started with the Butler Township Police Department on January the 24th, 2023, and is currently assigned in the end of her field training period and assigned to the afternoon shift. Marissa comes to the Butler Township Police Department from Darke County Sheriff's Office, where she has worked as a correction officer for the past 2.5 years. Marissa is also a certified firefighter and EMT, but she chose wisely to go into the police. She has worked for both the City of Greenville Rescue and for Brookville Fire Department since graduating from high school. Marissa currently lives in the Greenville area. Marissa is joined tonight by her father, Liberty Township Fire Chief Miles Stump, his wife, Cammie, and other family and friends. Officer Michael Knotts. Michael started February the 3rd, 2023, and is currently assigned to the First Watch. Michael comes to Butler Township from the City of Vandalia, where he worked as a police officer for the past 4.5 years, thus fulfilling the motto, "It's better in Butler." Prior to that, Michael worked for the German Township Police Department in Clark County as an auxiliary reserve officer and the Clark County Sheriff's Office as a deputy in the jail. Michael is joined tonight by his wife Megan, his parents Kevin and Dina Knotts, and other family and friends. That I will support the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America. The Constitution and laws of the State of Ohio. And laws and resolutions of Butler Township. And to the best of my ability. Will discharge the duties of police officer. All right, Michael, you want to grab your family? Come on up. Just a picture.
Go get it. You got a couple of them.
Oh, they look so cute. They need to come up closer.
Yeah.
Sounds like they need us first. Let's go to opening. That's right. She comes from a family of firefighters, huh?
All right, Adam. Get your crew up here. Everybody is more than welcome to stay for the rest of the meeting, but if you don't want to stay for the meeting, then we're going to ask you to step out to the back doors there.
Love seeing those emergency response and family situations. Yeah, I love it. That's so cool. Just what they need.
Yeah. Oh my God. All done. Okay. All right. We're moving right along here to the public hearing for case ZC 1-23, the Ultimate Shine Car Wash.
Okay, this request is for an Ultimate Shine Car Wash located at the corner of York Plaza Drive and Miller Lane. The request is to rezone from Regional Commercial Service, RCS1, to PE2, Planned Commercial Development, to allow the development of the car wash. Montgomery County Planning Commission recommended approval of the rezoning request on March 9th, 2023. And on March 21st, 2023, the Butler Township Zoning Commission recommended approval of the zoning request as well. And we have the applicant here. If you would like to come up and share any comments with us.
Thank you. Sure thing. Good evening. My name is Rob Sweet. I'm with McBride Dale Clarion, address 5721 Dragon Way, Suite 300, Cincinnati, Ohio, 45227. Here now on behalf of Wild Partners and Ultimate Shine, and we are requesting to rezone and approval of a preliminary development plan for a car wash on the south side of Miller Lane, on the south side of York Plaza Lane, between Miller and York Center. There's a lot of Yorks.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure. As Ms. Vogel stated, and working with Mr. Farmer, we've been working at this for a long time. I think we kicked off this project probably about a year and a half ago, so it's nice to finally see it come forward and start moving forward. We are proposing to construct about a 6,100 square foot car wash building, which has a wash tunnel and some other, entities, office space, employee break room, mechanical room, equipment room, those kinds of things. Proposing 27 parking spaces, 4 for employees. The rest will be vacuum spaces and a bypass lane for larger traffic. Access to the site is provided by York Center. We've got 2 directional exit drives on York Plaza, and we do not propose any access onto Miller Lane, or direct access onto Miller Lane. We are proposing pedestrian connection, a couple ground signs, and some wall signage as well. Building design is EIFS and stone finish. We do have pitch roofs and shingle roofs throughout. The height of our tower is about 45 feet, and the height of the main building is about 23 feet. We do provide glazing, and we do have a matching dumpster enclosure. Support for the development, we are located in a commercial regional area, I-70-75 interchange. We do have a lot of hotels, big box retail around us, as well as drive-through uses and whatnot. Property is unique. This is a remnant space, so this is for those not familiar, this would be just north of Walmart. I think that's what it is. There's a little restaurant on the corner, and then the big tall sign that you would see from the interstate, that's the property that we're looking at. So it is a remnant lot. The use fits. It is a rather narrow lot, and feel that this is a good fit for that remaining property. We do feel it's a good design. It meets the requirements of the Miller Lane, York Plaza Lane design guidelines, and it is consistent with other surrounding areas, other surrounding uses, and with that being said, we feel that we're consistent and look forward to bringing a final development plan forward to the commission for review.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. Just gonna open the public hearing, and is there any proponents?
Yeah, we're going to open it up for public hearing. Is there any proponents for this? Okay. Is there any opponents for this case? All right. That being said, I guess we will. So we're going to have some board discussion.
I'll go ahead and kick us off and just say thank you for your hard work and your desire to invest in our community. We love to see uses of special property like that one that I think when I heard of this proposal, I was very excited about something that could be used for that property because it is very unique, as you said. And love the opportunity for us to have a car wash in our business district as well. It's something that I use regularly, and we'll look forward to being able to have that as well.
Yeah, well, well, that's 150 fit through it. Well, that's a good use of that spot too. There's not very many uses for that spot.
Yep,
So
it's good.
I think it's a good match.
Then
Okay, so,
Nathan, thanks for your hard work on that. Thank you.
all right, we're going to go ahead and close the public hearing section. So at this point, do we want to?
you have a motion?
I make a motion to approve the rezoning case ZC 1-23 Ultimate Shine Car Wash, a rezoning request from RCS-1 Regional Commercial Service to PD-1 Planned Commercial District to allow the development of an Ultimate Shine Car Wash at the properties located along the south side of York Plaza Lane between York Center Drive and Miller Lane parcels, being A01-00307-0347 and A01-00307-03480.
I will second.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. All right, thank you. Thank you very much. Yep.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right.
Sounds good.
Looking forward to it.
All right, next on the agenda is the resolution number 23-22.
That was the one we just approved.
We just approved
Oh,
it.
that's, sorry about that.
Yep, that's okay.
Next on ZC 2-23.
Yeah, I just want to note that this case was withdrawn by the applicant for 8515 North Dixie Drive, the rezoning of the former Merlin Heights property. So there will be no public hearing tonight regarding that case.
Okay.
All right, we can open up to public comment again. If anybody has any public comment, wanted to get to talk about whatever, if you would state your name and address.
Holdman Kurt, 3816 Rhinewood Drive. I'm just, where are you at on this position on this property? Is it still open for sale, or that it's still for sale now again? Nobody in the picture as far as you all are aware?
No, we haven't had any other formal requests. I mean, there's been some other discussion, like other developers that had, asked about the case once it was withdrawn by the other applicant, but we've not had any new applications.
Okay.
The school district will obviously be probably the first to know if anybody's interested in the property, if they, if somebody's interested in purchasing the property. But the property is zoned local commercial service. Currently, it's zoned for commercial. But aside from the commercial uses that are allowed in that district, if something else besides something that fits that category would want to come in, then we'd have to start this process all over again.
What kind of commercial are we?
Local commercial service, really anything you see along the along Dixie here, kind of the smaller commercial services, office, small retail, could be restaurants, drive-through, but
Coffee shop, something like
yes,
that.
yeah, just smaller scale
Okay.
commercial. So
All
if
right.
anything doesn't fit those categories, then we would have to start this process again.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Anyone else? Nope, okay. Moving right along here on administrator's recommendation. So we have several resolutions tonight. Missy's gonna get tired of reading them.
Okay.
So,
Ready?
first resolution, number 23-23.
This is a resolution authorizing the township to participate in the Ohio Township Association Group Retro Rating Program for BWC claims through Sedgwick. The annual fee for participation is $4,705. The target group retro refund is $33,891. We have been with Sedgwick for a couple years now since they changed from CareWorks. And that is all.
Need a motion?
I make a motion to approve resolution number 23-23, a resolution authorizing the township to participate in the Ohio Township Association Group Retro Rating Program for BWC claims through Sedgwick.
I will second.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, next resolution number 23-24.
23-24, a resolution authorizing the Service Department Director to enter into an agreement with GT Contracting LLC for crack sealing of certain township roadways for 2023. The total amount of the bid was $44,100, and this is for crack sealing 15 roadways in the township.
Need a motion?
Any comments from Mr. Barnett on that one?
Looking forward to them to get started.
Harold, do you have a comment? Yes. Do you mind coming up here and then you put your name and that address?
The minutes for the trustee meetings or the agendas? Either. If you go to, on the home page, the administration tab, if you press on administration, they pop up right there, trustee minutes and trustee agendas. Yeah. Do what? Oh.
Can you state your name and address for the Harold, sorry?
Lindsay Court, and I do live in Butler Township here. I've been Mike for a long time, but basically I was supposed to have about 5 people tonight, but one of them ended up in the hospital and the other went back. We're more concerned with the safety part than we are anything, just like Meeker Road. We're really concerned about when they come in and dug a ditch along Meeker Road, no barriers, no nothing put up, and if a car goes in there and it turns upside down, somebody's going to die, because there ain't no way they can get out of the car. It will go all the way down in that ditch, and it will not get out. And before I go any further, I want to thank the police department, our department, and everything, and all the new recruits. They've done a wonderful, wonderful job. And on our street, we had our curb lines all marked. Nobody has told us why. They've come through and put X's on all of them.
Okay, so that is part of the concrete repair program. Looking at and getting measurements for a future concrete repair program. The service department has been in there doing some calculations.
Okay.
So you will get further notice here, I would say within the month or so, if we decide to go forward with the program for this year.
Okay, and then if they do go forward with it, is that going to be with just come out of the township budget, or would that come from part of the homeowners?
Typically, the sidewalk and curb program is an assessment project, and there's several public hearings and meetings that the township will hold for the residents in those neighborhoods. So,
Because I went through and counted, all of them they marked, 1 out of 5 they marked needs repair. There ain't no way that the others need repair. Our area in there was built in the 80s. We got side streets up here the curbs are falling apart on. Those are the ones that really needs repairing. They need whoever come out and Mark Dellis, they need to take a look at some of our sidewalks and some of our curb lines along the other streets. And I'm not knocking it. These need repair. I agree with you 100%, but some of the others are in bad shape. And some of the side streets on our streets, they haven't even looked at them. So basically that right there. And another thing, they're redoing Frederick Road all the way down. And I know that's a county road. Are there any way that the township can say no trucks? Because in 1964, that was a no truck zone. Ever since they opened it up for trucks, it has been nothing but a headache. Meeker Road's the same way. Meeker Road is not a truck zone. It's not built for trucks, and it's destroying the roads. And those two there, basically those two items are basically the ones I need the trustees to look at. And I thank you for your time and stuff, and I really appreciate anything you guys can do.
Thanks, Harold.
Any other questions or comments?
Is it open for anything, or are we?
Well, we're specifically for the, well, you can get up if you'd like to speak about something different if you'd like, but we're actually on the resolution 23-24.
We've already kind
I
of
would
your
wait
public.
until you.
No, go ahead. You go ahead.
Oldman Kirk, 3816 Rhinewood Drive. I guess my question is, it's coming up on 2 years on the water problem on Rhinewood Drive. They still haven't fixed the leak. I don't know what the county problem is, or if Jeff's heard anything from them on what we're dealing with here. We still got cones out, and we got some markers out, and that's it, but it's still leaking.
Outside of the fact that they still have not been able to locate the leak, is what I've been told. That's the update.
Okay. The other thing, the code enforcement agent that we have, do they come down streets and look for problems with homes as far as siding, uncut grass, unburnt brush piles, or anything like that, or kind of letting the homes go down a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, that is something the code enforcement does. Is you're particularly talking about Rhinewood?
Yeah, there's some
Okay.
properties on Rhinewood.
Okay, yeah, we can have them take a look.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
I was just wondering, how many bids did we get for that project?
On the crack ceiling, we got one quote.
Oh, I'm not
Yeah.
surprised. I just wondered. Okay, any more comments? Okay. I make a motion to approve Resolution 23-24, a resolution authorizing the Service Department Director to enter into an agreement with GT Contracting LLC for crack sealing of certain township roadways for 2023.
Second. Yes.
Yes. Okay, next is resolution number 23-25.
Okay, this is a resolution accepting bids and awarding the 2023 asphalt overlay program to Naira Construction, doing business as Naira Paving. The township received 2 bids for the asphalt overlay program, Naira Paving at $385,965 and Barrett Paving at $400,578. The service director recommends awarding the bid to Naira Paving in the amount of $385,965. With that, the paving and the crack sealing program together, we did come under bid. We had appropriated $450,000 for both overlay and repairs for 2023. So we did come under that $450,000 threshold for both projects.
Looking forward to it.
Need a motion?
Okay. I make a motion to approve resolution number 23-25, a resolution accepting bids and awarding the 2023 asphalt overlay program to Naira Construction, Inc., DBA Naira Paving.
Second.
Yes.
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 Okay. Next is resolution number 23-26, a resolution rescinding resolution 22-03 for solid waste collection and disposal fees. and establishing rates for 2023. This resolution authorizes the annual increase for trash collection and disposal rates for at 25 cents per month or 75 cents per quarterly billing as appropriated for 2023.
Any comments?
None here?
None.
Any motion?
I make a motion to approve resolution number 2326, a resolution rescinding resolution number 22-03 for solid waste and collection and disposal rates and establishing rates for 2023.
Second.
Yes.
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 Okay, next, a motion to authorize out-of-state training for the police chief to attend the International Association of Police Chiefs Conference. The total amount of $2,500, and the conference is October 14th through October 17th.
Comments?
I have none. I make a motion to authorize out-of-state training for the police chief to attend the International Association of Chiefs of Police Conference.
Second.
Yes.
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 Okay, next, a motion to declare gear in the fire department surplus and donate to Upper Valley Career Center. The township has coats, pants, and helmets that no longer have use or value to the fire department and is requesting to donate them for their fire program. Uh-huh.
I love this.
Well done.
Yeah, thank you. I make a motion to declare gear in the fire department surplus and donate to Upper Valley Career Center.
Second.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, that's all the
Okay, those are all the recommendations. Yep.
Okay. Informal business. Luke, Chief Porter.
I just have two small things. Reminder that the Montgomery County 16th Annual Law Enforcement Officer Memorial Ceremony will be held Friday, May the 5th at 11 a.m. down at Riverscape. It is, we'll be inducting 6 new police officers into the memorial as part of the overall review from the Spanish flu. So they did an overall review back to 1920s during the Spanish flu era, and 6 officers that died during that time have been added to the national memorial. So they're being added to our local memorial also. All 6 of them were Dayton police officers at the time. So that'll be held once again Friday, May the 5th at 11 a.m. down at Riverscape. And then the only other thing I just wanted to share with the trustees and the general public, Lexipol, which is our policy management company that we use with the police department. We brought them on early in 2015. Last several years, we've been working very diligently with them in order to bring all of the policies up to date and in line with all the new state mandates. And this year, we were able to receive the Board of Excellence for gold standard and meeting all of our policy management goals, and just wanted to share that with the trustees.
Congrats.
Well done, Chief.
All right. Chief Bailey.
I have no report.
Okay. Jeff?
Nothing to report.
How about Erica?
Just a few things. The National Day of Prayer services at the First Light Church on May 4th, beginning at 8 a.m. The high school memorial program, you guys all have invitations for that. It's May 19th at 1:30 p.m. Our annual Shred Day, Community Shred Day for the township, is on June 3rd. And that was originally scheduled for 9 to noon. We're trying to get it a little bit earlier because people like to start early on Saturday and get their day going. So we're hoping to move that up to 8:30 to 11:30. And we'll post information on that once we get that determined. And we did receive the resolution from Montgomery County allowing us to give the honorary designation to Veterans Parkway for the banner program. So those banners will begin to be installed mid-May, and all the applications have been filled. So there's going to be around 140 banners going up along North Dixie from Elva Court all the way down to Stop 8 Road, honoring veterans in the community. So we're very excited about that program. And then I just wanted to note, we'll continue to work through the program. We have the water meeting on the 13th, talking about the water testing results up around the airport. So we will be working on the program to continue to allow additional testing in those areas and get that information out to residents. And that is all.
All right, that's good.
Yep.
Fiscal for Greg Brush.
Yes. Yes, so their plan is to open it up first for that, for the 3rd and 4th years, open it first to people that did not register the first time. So I don't know when the cutoff is going to be to where they'll allow people to re-register again. I'm sure there'll be a certain point in that time period when they'll do that. But right now I think there's a waiting list for 11 already for the next round. Yep.
All right, thank you.
Okay. I just wanted to congratulate and welcome our new patrol officers, Adam Cruey, Michael Knotts, and Marissa Stump. I think they're a great addition to our staff. I hope everyone can take time to come to National Day of Prayer. It's always a great event. And that's all I have for tonight.
All right. I want to just say a special thank you for everyone who participated in our township video project this past month. That was a ton of fun. And special thanks to former trustee Mike Lang for his video editing capacity, working alongside myself and all of the various residents and staff that participated in that video. I think it portrayed a lot of the beautiful faces that we see on a daily basis in our community. And was happy to see that go forward. We had over 2,500 views on our Facebook page alone, so lots of good interaction and lots of good feedback on that. Love seeing the positive messaging. I think it's very easy to get caught up in the negatives and the things that we want to see or the things that are not going the way that we want them to go. But when you take a second to reflect on what we have in this community, it really is special. And I love being able to see projects and things highlight that because the positives are truly a lot to celebrate, even though there's always things to improve on. So couple thoughts, couple things that I wanted to bring up to the board and some things to talk about. I know that we've discussed this before, and I wanted to kind of bring this up for discussion again, just from some recent discussion with a resident related to live streaming our meetings. And I know that we've talked about the way that we want residents to come in and participate this way. But one of the things that I do think that we ought to discuss is that really the way of, I know my generation and the future is a lot of things going virtual, a lot of things being out and available, and with everything that you see, there's always something online that you can do. And I heard a lot of residents, even just with the water meeting that we had a couple weeks ago, asking for that and how useful that was for them to have a video that walked through everything that happens and things like that. So I wanted to bring up the discussion for the board to discuss what we think about, obviously, when we have this new video equipment that comes through. We've talked about, first of all, getting those videos up immediately. But what does the board think about live stream options, even if we say we're not going to have public comments, but to say, like, for instance, a YouTube live stream, where it goes out immediately and residents can tune in from wherever they're at, or something along those lines, even social media live streams where maybe we wouldn't have public comments. Or what are some thoughts from my fellow board members on that and how we can think of using what it is that we've proposed putting in here. Thoughts?
I was planning to bring that up at our workshop so that we could discuss it
Okay.
at an in-depth, so.
Yeah, I think we do have a lot of discussion, plus we need to find out what we can do legally.
Okay.
But one thing for sure, we definitely need a new system. I mean, it's pretty
Yes.
granular. Get it.
So when I was at OTAs, one of the things that I wanted to do was rub shoulders with some of the other more urban townships and see some of the things that they're doing. And I think most of the ones, although some of the ones that I talk to are bigger than us, a lot of the ones that are in urban places like Butler Township, they're allowing for some kind of audio visual live streaming, something or other. And I think that we ought to move that direction in some way or another. I think that it's time, but I do think it is important for us to consult whatever legal parameters and things. So maybe that'll be something to finalize in a workshop discussion here soon. But I wanted to bring it up because it's something that's been on my mind.
And we have that ordered, right? We ordered some.
Yes, we are waiting, we're still waiting for the equipment.
Okay. Gotcha.
All right.
That was probably September last year, so.
All right. Well, hopefully we can get that done here soon. I had a phone conversation with a resident related to the lighting district out on Dixie as well with Mr. Jerry Arndt, and he was incredibly sweet and kind and talked about some of the different history behind the lighting district on Dixie and some things along those lines. And I think it would be interesting to have a discussion here shortly as well about that situation. He provided me with some paperwork and some things I would like to dig into. He gave his regards for our staff, which I think includes you and others who have worked in the office, who have worked with him on those scores as he's brought different frustrations and amounts of money. Some things, if all is the way that he was telling me, at least, it seemed a little bit out of whack and like a big expense on him that I would want us to be able to dig into. So maybe something to discuss. Have you guys had conversations with him?
Yeah, I've had conversations with Erica about this, so she's working on some solutions.
Right,
He's come to my office every once in a while.
because the contract comes up.
This year, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome. And have we explored other?
Well, Kurt Holdman, he had started kind of that conversation back when he came talking about some lights that were out in his district. Jeff put together a list of many lights that need corrected, and we've filed some of that paperwork to the lighting company, to Miami Valley Lighting, to look into a lot of those. So they need to present some results to us to move forward. So
They were out today, and I do believe yesterday. Now I don't know if they're doing their yearly inspection of the lights, or if they're finally responding to our request.
I saw about there, like, doing something.
The request was sent, I think when you came in.
yeah, right after.
So it really was not a quick, we didn't get a quick response, to be honest with you. So anyway, they are out there. Normally they send something back to us letting us know that the repairs have been made and what those repairs are. We've not received anything. There was almost 140 lights that was sent into them, of different things, flickering to not working at all, to busted parts to whatever. So anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I just thought that conversation was interesting, talking with him kind of about the history of that lighting district, how that was set up, some things like that. He talked with me about the nature of Miami Valley Lighting, his frustration with them, the increased cost, and some things like that. And it did sound like a fairly substantial weight of cost on just one individual resident. So, yeah, I don't know, with our contracts coming to an end and then needing to look at other, will we explore other options, or are we kind of set in with this one company that we're working with?
Yeah, we will. I mean, we'll look into what other options are out there for the lighting contract, but I mean, Miami Valley Lighting and AES Energy kind of tied together. I don't know what other options we'll be able to find, but we will definitely work through the contract issues, no doubt. So.
Okay. That's good. I had one other, well, here, I think two other things here. I had a resident contact me off of, so if you go down Benchwood, you take Benchwood to the right, there's a number of the duplexes that are that direction. He contacted me about a frustration with disturbances from either neighbors or people cutting through their lawn, or even people messing around with their door and some things like that. And he just asked me about, kind of along the same discussion about lighting, he asked me this question about any potential for street lighting back there, which obviously with this discussion that we just had, that's a lot more complicated than just the board sitting down and saying, yeah, we think that we want a street light out there. But one of the things that I think that he was asking was kind of the nature of how light dispels a lot of potential activity that people wouldn't want to be seeing. So I told him I would bring it up and at least open it up for discussion, and see if there were any thoughts from anyone present about kind of the nature of that neighborhood back there, and if any potential additional light would be something that we think might be helpful for those residents, or if that's something that's not technically feasible. Any thoughts from anyone on board on that score?
I think it'd be a good conversation our workshop, but
Okay.
that's something that obviously that would be a big number. We have to take a look at it and do quite a bit of conversation on that.
Okay.
In the meantime, you could send crews down there occasionally. Right? Yeah.
Okay. Well, something to open up for discussion at least. So Mr. Plunk down on Creekview was the one who reached out to me about that situation. So he's at 3014 Creekview Circle. So put in the request, and I told him, as I'm doing now, just going to faithfully bring it up to the board and see what kind of discussions we can have. So
3014.
last thing, well, okay. So I wanted to just bring up the water meeting as well, and just say that I thought that the educational process that we had was beneficial. And I think that although, as we sensed for those of you who were here at the meeting, that there's a lot of frustration from residents that are up there, I do think overall the initiative has been successful, and we've been able to accomplish what we wanted to accomplish through helping people hear what's actually going on and helping people know what's actually happening. So I do think as well that in that meeting, just through even the simple raising of hands, that we saw kind of what we already summarized about the fact that some might be interested in tying in to some kind of municipal water, but a majority of them are just not interested in that. So we got a couple hands up when I asked, but most are asking for either some kind of legal action, or are asking for the capacity for, there to be some kind of subsidy for them to get their own water filtration system. So I thought that was interesting. While it was a little bit tense at a couple moments, I thought we were able to.
But I think it all came out good at the end.
Yeah.
I think everybody had to talk through and
People overall, I think, felt heard, and there was positive communication.
Well, and I think that they also knew that there was a lot of work put into that to get there, so it wasn't a willy-nilly project, you know what I mean? But I think the biggest thing is that we're going to do more testing. There's a lot of people in the Dayton area that wouldn't let us test. Hopefully they will let us test now.
Right. Yeah.
So, because if the people do want to do a lawsuit, if we can't really do it based on the amount of water we're there.
Correct. But if they want to, then we're giving them the ability to do
They
that.
don't have enough data points.
Right.
They don't have a strong enough case to go anywhere to prove it's coming from anywhere until they get more people and more data points and more wells tested.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
It's good. And we made a motion at our workshop prior to begin the process of testing the outer area as well, correct?
Yes, so to, yeah, since the county helped us with the program first, we have to develop a new program and get, and hire the consultant in order to do it. Yes. Yeah. So it's going to be much easier because it's already been done once.
Right.
But just kind of figuring out how we want to go about doing that. Obviously, you know, we've got somebody here that's been doing a lot of work, and just figuring out what the easiest way to do that is.
Yeah. Will Bennett and Williams, what Linda discussed with us about the setup with the lab and those price points and stuff, is there a timetable on us being able to get some of those price points that she was talking about for that testing program?
Yeah, once we get the package together, we'll send that off to her, and she'll provide us with all the quotes and everything.
Okay.
Yep.
That's good.
Yeah, and thank you for sending me the video.
Yes, you're welcome. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was good. Okay, last thing is just that I think that I'm grateful for Little York getting paved. I remember when I was out campaigning, everyone was asking about that along Little York, and so grateful for that.
A lot of frustrated people too. I think never a good time to do it, is there?
Yeah, there's never a good time.
Everybody was complaining because it was tore up, but now we're doing it.
But I just, I think it's one of those things where, I learned through the campaign process, that's on the county for a county road, but grateful that the county is finally following through with something that was very necessary to get done, and I think a lot of residents are going to be grateful. So looking forward to driving on a nice, freshly paved Little York, and that should be good. And then also just a loving reminder that next Tuesday, get out and vote. All right, that's all.
Okay. I'll go after you. We're supposed to do that, yes. Yeah, public comment. You mean where they all park off the side, break up the edge of the pavement?
Yeah, when they park on the street.
Oh, yeah.
There's a congestion, and a lot of people, I know they get upset the way they fly through there and everything. I didn't know if anybody approached.
It is a traffic, because I live off Downing right now, and I'm telling you, it is something to get in and out there sometimes.
I didn't know of any, I've noticed it over the years, it's getting worse.
So the school cannot legally,
They can't.
just verbally. Only the county can authorize light vehicle at Sunday. Number two, working with the school, and it's usually, right like all traffic. Can't run a halt, sometimes it's weather dependent, like it takes big parents to not let them do parking on the driveway. And they don't do that because it's traffic down. We can't be out there normal time, but we try to get
I just see it's getting worse instead of,
and a lot of that has to do with the school being, just some of the traffic patterns are changing and trying to
Yeah, that's just valid.
beginning of the school year, it's almost the end of the school year.
Thanks, Kurt.
Yeah. So I'll just have a couple comments. You got something to add, Harold?
I have one more. It may not really be concerned.
Okay.
One of the brochures that I saw where Butler Township and City of Vandalia is trying to pass a 1% tax for the schools.
School is wage-based for the school
Right.
levy. It's not
That's
school
not
levy.
us.
It's not Butler
Okay.
Township or the city.
Well, I know, but it is, but we need to, they favored it with Butler Township and the City of Vandalia. That's the way they worded it. And no way that they need to put a 1% on people that's working and not put it, I'm retired, so it wouldn't cost me a penny, but there ain't no way that they should put it on the people that's working and not put it on the people that's retired.
You've been retired for a long time now.
Long time. Thank you, Mike.
I just want to start saying, see. And I also want to say thanks to all the people that are coming to the meetings and starting to participate, because otherwise, if we sit here with an empty room, it gets to be pretty boring.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
And a lot of times, we don't know what we don't know. So I appreciate.
Do you want to hear all the complaints?
Well, you know, you get, it's part of the deal, but we don't know if we don't know. So I just want to say thanks for that. So, yeah, I don't think I have anything else.
Okay.
Okay, we need to.
No, it's up north, up by the airport, the health district.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have one more thing to need a motion for. That'd be to pay the bills.
Do I have a motion to pay the bills? Oh,
You
want me to
make-
motion?
make the motion.
I make a motion.
You make a motion. I'll second that motion.
Sorry. Yeah, excuse me. My bad. What? Yes.
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 We'll get it one of these days, Mr.
All
Brush.
right, we're gonna adjourn the meeting at 6:57.
Awesome. Thank you all for
Thanks,
being here.
everybody. Thanks, Harold.
So,
Okay, all I can think about.
We know each other a long way back.
We